Big Alex Elite Personality. Today I'm going to be reviewing the current Spurs squad and seeing if they should be there. Now, this picture's a little bit outdated, so some of these players have already left, but I'm going to be saying whether we should kick or keep them. To be honest with you, currently, my opinion on the Spurs squad is that we were technically the worst team in the league, minus the promoted teams. And we've bought 6 players now. I still think we're an average Premier League squad. Our strike force is literally championship. It's not good enough. We've played some decent stuff in the pre-season games, but honestly, I still think we need to buy another 6 players. I still think we need to spend another 250 million to make it 500 million, which is crazy. It sounds crazy when you're saying it, but you're looking at the squad and you're like, we ain't competing with any of the top 3 or 4 teams. No way. I think we've gone up from 17th to maybe about 12th at best. So what we need to do is kick or keep some players. Now, let's go. Dane Scarlett, he scored the other day in pre-season. I really like the kid. He was played at 16 by Mourinho. He was kind of gassed up a bit too much, but he's got all the attributes to be a fantastic professional footballer. I don't think he's going to cut it at Tottenham currently. So for me, I wouldn't necessarily sell him, but I would definitely not have him in the squad this season, okay? I would probably loan him out. If he is going to be a part of the squad, I would bring him on in the league and the FA Cup, not the Premier League games. Okay, next is Tell. Now, Tell is so frustrating, man, because he's got all the skill. He's got the quick feet. He looks like a player who should and can be playing in the Premier League, but he's so frustrating with his lack of end product, man. He scored a good free kick the other day, a very good free kick. One of the first free kicks we've scored in years, really. So he frustrates me a lot, but I would keep him for another season just to see how he develops. And I think he can contribute goals and assists. Next is our guy, Paulinho. Now, Paulinho, didn't he leave? I think he left, didn't he? But even if he didn't, I would still sell him just because I'm not sensing he was fully committed to Tottenham, but he did bail us out a few times. Now, people like Sarr, for me, have to go. We've outgrown people like Sarr. Solanke's just got married recently. Bro, his mind is just not in Tottenham. He's got to go. Richarlison, you know, he was our top scorer and he gives his best, but I'd sell him if we could, but we can't because we have no other strikers. Dragusin's definitely got to go, although he's not actually the worst player in the world. Udogi's injury prone. Get rid. Then we have Golo Muani, who he's left anyway. Now, this Asian guy, I think he's the centre half. He's good, but he holds on to the ball a bit too much for me. So it's like, it's a frustrating one, you know? It's a frustrating one with him. Bissouma, I think he left anyway. Archie Gray and Bergvall, I'm going to do these two together. Now, I think Bergvall especially, but both are really good young players. I would keep them, but they do kind of annoy me sometimes. I think sometimes we place too much responsibility on these guys and then we get annoyed when they don't really perform like £100 million players like Declan Rice. Now, these 3 goalies. Now, Kingsky signed a contract, so he's already here. Vicario, I've seen enough of Vicario for one lifetime goal. And Brandon Austin's a young keeper. We might as well keep him. Maybe loan him out. Van de Ven, I'd definitely keep, one of the best centre-halves we have. Danso gives his best. I don't think he's technically good enough to play for Tottenham. I think he's kind of on the edge of technically good enough. I think he can be good and do a job next to Van de Ven or Romero here at the bottom, but I'm not sure about him. Odegaard is constantly injury prone. Get rid. We should have never bought him. Jed Spence is developing into a good player, but he never looks good for Tottenham, which annoys me. Madison I'd keep, but he's starting to annoy me because he's always injured. Johnson's of course already left. Porro looked really good in the World Cup, and I'm excited for him to hopefully have a good season. Of course, this is an outdated photo. Don't get at me because obviously Thomas Frank is not here. But yeah, Bentancur I would keep. him. He's a solid player. But he always looks like he's not trying hard enough. Ben Davies is staying anyway. Honestly, this guy plays like 5 minutes of football a year, but it is what it is. It's like an old nursing home for him. Kulusevski is a good player, but he's never fit, which gets on my nerves. Like, if I was a manager and a player's constantly injured, it would just get on my nerves. It's the same guy. It's the same with Kudus. Like, he's so annoying. And Simmons even said on Snapchat that he didn't have a great season. So obviously, you know, I would keep him because we paid a lot of money just to see how he develops. That being said, we paid a lot of money for Richarlison and Solanke, so that logic doesn't really work. But the players that aren't here, Fernandez, he looked good against MK Dons, but it's against MK Dons. There's a young guy, a black guy, a little kid that we played for. He's a teenager. We played him against MK Dons. He looked good, a left back. Tonali, of course, we've bought Tonali. Obviously, I'm excited. He's probably the most exciting signing that we've made, especially because we bought him and Fernandez almost, within a couple of days. But apart from that, I think we need to buy players. I think Manor Solomon isn't here, but Manor Solomon's actually looked decent in pre-season. But for me, if we don't buy players, we're looking at a mid-table finish. I really think that. But what's odd is I'm going to the Newcastle game, the first home game, and the tickets sold out like that. First thing in the morning. So people are obviously excited, but last season it's a bit like we got put in a cell in relegation, and that last game was one of the worst games I've watched. And now we've been let out the cell and we have our freedom back and we're starting from zero and we can look forward to football again. It's just we probably are overestimating our squad, to be honest with you. I think our squad is average for a Premier League squad. Now, absolute minimum, we have to get a striker because we're literally not going to cope otherwise. And of course, we've bought Van Hecker, by the way, and Dubravka, both of which I'm excited to see. I think our goalkeepers are all average, but they're kind of solid at the same time. Like, comment and follow what you think. Keep moving and stay hungry. I'll probably do another version of this.